All right, everybody, welcome back in to another episode of the markleskopodcast. Joined by Jared Miller once again. Welcome in, Jared.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the Matt Campbell hire a little more, all that entails. I guess he's going to be in State College on Monday to do his hiring presser.
Okay.
Faf, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hello, Aaron.
Good.
Hey, Jared. How you been?
Oh, still trying to get over a cold, but listen, I just got some good remedy from tonight.
Whiskey.
Yeah,
No.
It's been that kind of year.
Aaron,
What's
how
up?
you feeling?
I'm doing okay now. Just
So, we're going to talk about the head coaching hire and, all that entails for Penn State. What a great weekend it is for America. And as you Ohio State fans, some of you Ohio State fans like to say, because you're weird, belt to ass. Indiana just took a belt to your ass. So thank you, God. Indiana is the Big Ten champions. Ohio State was exposed. We've said it all year that they didn't really play anybody. And we were right. Aaron, what do you think?
thought it was a pretty interesting game. The Ohio State got drug into a game they didn't want to be in, and playing a game that they did the same thing that they had problems with against Michigan last year, where they got sucked into come on and try to beat us this way, right? So they wanted to throw the ball, and they just kept doing it. They really kind of abandoned their run game. It was like, the run didn't work, so they just kind of quit. And I thought that was interesting. I don't know why, but Ryan Day kind of has that tendency. Like, he'll get kind of sucked into stuff sometimes, and it does put him in a bad spot when he does it. Not all the time, just once in a while.
Yeah, I'll say this. He looked like he was sweating all night, man. Like, he looked concerned.
He was a bit lost on the sideline.
We made the video going after Ohio State. I said they were nervous. Not nervous. Ryan Day was sweating because they were up, 14-10 at halftime, and everyone said he wasn't nervous. Well, tonight he looked nervous the whole night. So,
I don't know what that was about.
I mean, Ryan Day, he has a ton of respect for me. He's a great coach.
Yeah.
But, man, he has some bad losses, and
he has weird ones.
Yeah, like Ohio State fans should be grateful that he's there. But they call for his head, and I don't get it.
Wow. Yeah.
But
you know what he reminds me of? You know how Lane Kiffin has like 2 stinkers almost every year?
Yeah.
Reminds me a lot of that.
That's not belt to ass. Well, you would know, and it definitely was. Jared, what'd you think of Indiana?
Well, they kept it close at the half with 10-6, and that huge play to 80. That was one of the prettier catches you're going to see. And that pushing it down the field, they kept making big moments happen at the right time. What was it, third? I don't know if it was third and goal, but they were around the red zone. And, just, again, beautiful throw into the end zone. I know it was a little back and forth with the receiver and the defender, but they came down with it, and it was right on the money. I mean, Mendoza is that his name, Mendoza?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He played as smart as he could, with just the exception of like that first couple of, like the first quarter of the game. It was just, it was typical Ohio State, looking like they were going to do something spectacular. But in the end, Indiana just have a great defense. Like, their defensive playing, and the way they just kept on Ohio State, and Sand just did not have a whole lot to say. I mean, they took a lot away from him, and they really did match them with defenders and receivers. Yeah, the receivers still made great plays, but it didn't amount to a whole lot. Like, they really did have them figured out, and they stayed with it. It was about as great as a game. Again, I'm a Big Ten person. I love defense. Like, that's the thing. I love watching defensive teams, and this didn't get any better than that. So the fact that it was as close as it was and seeing that end result, that was just the biggest eye opener, of course, was when Ohio State missed that 27-yarder. That right there is just the guy's name is Fielding, and he missed that kick. Like, you're not going to have a bigger punchline for a while, knowing that your name is Fielding and you didn't do it. Like, that was
amazing,
like,
man.
Unbelievable result. Again, you just don't see those results for other teams. But again, what we all would love nothing more, as anyone who's not an Ohio State fan or who does not support Ohio State, we'd like to see someday like a 55-10 beatdown someday, but we'll take what we can get. And we are now looking at the first Big Ten championship for Indiana since 1945. We won World War II the last time this team won a championship in the Big Ten. Wow.
Yeah, very cool for those guys.
Incredible. Yeah.
I'll tell you too, and I don't know if you were saying this, but it just looked to me like Ohio State had all the pressure. I don't know why. They looked pressured. Even the kicker, he got head cased in that moment. I don't know why they were so nervous, but they seemed like they were the ones that were nervous.
Yeah. Indiana, man, they won that battle. Even if they didn't win the game, the battle was won by Indiana. I mean, they to stop them like they did and prevent downfield throwing all game. I mean, it was an incredible performance by Indiana. Really impressive. I'm really impressed by them. And, again, like, I'm not you Ohio State fans, you talk so much crap that it's just so satisfying to see you lose.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they're like Alabama. It's like they have room to say that stuff for a reason. However, when you get cut down, the trolls are gonna come out for you, and I'm gonna be one of them.
Colonel Angus, you seem like good people, so if you don't like it, then I don't know what to tell you. It's hard to hate Indiana. It is. Penn State knows. Well, that didn't really mean much that you guys beat us. That's for sure. How did you guys do against UCLA? I don't know how that's relevant. Sane wasn't taking the check down earlier. It looked like he was trying to go for the Heisman. Yeah. I mean, Mendoza.
Too much.
Yeah, Mendoza, man. Like, they were getting after him.
Mm-hmm.
He had no time to throw, really. Mendoza's a great quarterback, man.
Yes.
The thing with him was, like, when he was under pressure, his throws were better than Sam's. That's what surprised me, because he was putting the ball where it needed to be. And I know his arm's not super strong, and he left a couple of them short that he needed to get more air under. But I was surprised that Mendoza was as good as he was under pressure there. Not that he stayed cool. He always stays cool, but that he was making throws that were that accurate in the situation. Like, he was making some dimes when he needed to.
Yeah.
So.
But again, Gus Johnson joins us tonight.
There we are.
He's got his Indiana hat on. So welcome in, Gus, and welcome in, Brett.
So, guys.
Gus, do you have anything to say about Ohio State losing? No? Okay, Gus. If you want to say something, go ahead. OSU looked stressed the entire game. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that Becker kid, that's Wes Welker of college football, bro. Like, that kid does not drop the ball.
He's legit.
He had, like, what, 200 yards receiving against us or something like that? His hands are insane, man. He has great hands. And that deep ball he caught, that was not an easy catch. He caught it behind himself, if I remember correctly.
He's a beast.
Scored 2020. But real quick, guys, if you're new, please like, share, subscribe. Help us get to 2,000 subs. You can support us monetarily, super chat, memberships, thanks button, whatever. But please help support the channel. I did delete Rumble. It's just an extra step, and it was a pain. And the way they pay is through Stripe, and I've never had a good experience with Stripe ever. So I thought if I start making some income from that, then I'm going to have to use Stripe, and I'm not using them. So it's just YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So, and I might delete TikTok. So
Yeah.
Austin tonight. Also, Bones Jones got to the QB several times. Man, their D line, the fact that Indiana won and Ohio State has that defensive line, like that defensive line is very impressive.
Very.
That kid in the middle, man, he had his whole face blacked out. By the way, that's always a good move if you're a football player.
But you know,
we used to do that in high school, man. We used to, we put a lot on. Like, I always put like the big streaks right here. You know, it's good stuff. It's intimidating, man. It's all mental. You know, Ohio State, it's all mental. You know, they taunt, if you will. They're always celebrating, and that's all. It's a mental thing. You know, it's to get in your head, and yeah, it's good. It's good that they do that. But Indiana, they were composed. So
yeah, and that's hey, that's what we say, right? A really well coached team can still beat a really good roster. Still happens.
I will say though, on the negative note, Signetti got way too conservative a couple times there and got lucky. He really did. He gave Ohio State multiple chances to come back and win the game, and they got lucky somewhat. Great coaching job overall, but yeah, you got to be more aggressive and keep throwing it to Charlie Becker, man, because he's going to come down with it. So.
But I mean, the problem with it was, I remember when they missed the field goal, I saw it was like 2 minutes and 48 seconds. I'm like, dude, that's too much time. Anytime you give Ohio State time, that concerns you, because you know, as anyone who's watched Ohio State, they know how to do something if they're given the opportunity. And I remember when Indiana got the ball, I just thought, going to go 3 and out. Ohio State's going to get the ball back again. But again, it's all about the moment that you decide to show up. And that play with the oh God, I can't remember the kid who caught the ball to extend the time. Like it was like 3rd and long, and you know, he heaved it down the field again. They put it at the 45-yard of Ohio State or Indiana. I forget who made the catch, but yeah, I mean, just big moments like that. You don't see that from the other team. You just don't. I mean, Ohio State always has it wrapped up. They have an answer for everything. And again, these players at Indiana, they trust the system that Indiana has come up with. Their coaching is on another level. This right here could be the formula in which we figure things out. Like, in the sense, like, we got to model ourselves off of what Indiana has figured out. That's because they had to play them conservative sometimes. Like, because that puts in Ohio State in a place they've never been before. Like, that, no one ever plays them that way. So that's kind of like that was pretty smart in my opinion on that, where it's like, yeah, they didn't know how to respond. I mean, Ryan Day looking as confused as all, and everybody else on the sideline, Ohio State didn't have an answer for it. They just couldn't believe that they actually gave them opportunities, but they just don't have what's the word? Like, they're in a different area of prep. Like, Ohio State just wasn't there, and Indiana just had all the momentum. I couldn't believe it. I never thought I'd see the day where Ohio State would just get out schemed or just out-faced. Like, it was very interesting.
Thomas, there's the Steve Latimer look that you're talking about. Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's crazy,
bro. That's a underrated thing, man. The eye black. I love the eye black, man.
Yeah.
I will say that Angus is right. I don't know why Ohio State wasn't leaning on them to try and use their depth to win late, because they didn't lean on them at all with the run hardly. It's a very strange decision.
Yeah. Brian Haynes, though, guys. Brian Haynes was a master class on this game. The defensive coordinator for Indiana might be the MVP other than Mendoza on some of those throws, because that was great.
Yep. Yeah, overall, man, it was a really good game. I mean, I thought Indiana was going to blow it there for a while. But man, they held true. They pulled it out. They got it pulled out at the end. Now, the final score was 13-10.
13-10.
So
that's crazy.
so they, they kind of played like they did against us. They didn't play outstanding, but Ohio State's obviously a way better team in terms of performance. But that kick, man, and it was such a satisfying way too, man. They missed an easy kick. Like that was amazing. So yeah, it was just, I don't know. But Brett and I were like messaging each other. I went from like, jumping up and down to, seeing how far I can fall from my window, several times throughout the night. Because, again, like, you love to see it, man. You're like, yeah.
After wasting 3 hours watching the SEC championship game, I think we deserve that, right? Like, we wasted 3 hours. I don't know about you guys, but that was a waste of my day.
See, that's the thing. A lot of times they have these big games like throughout the season, but then it's like it's lopsided and it's not that fun to watch. So I lose interest pretty quick. But Signetti knows his team and does nothing but win. So I give him all the latitude to play it like he sees it. I can't question what he calls. Dude, who's the D tackle I was talking about? He looks like he kind of looks like Joey Bosa.
Ohio State or Indiana?
Ohio State. The one I just said about the eye black.
So it's the one opposite of Kenyatta Jackson, right? So it's the one opposite of him, or the one next to him.
94. Right? He had eye black on, didn't he? Maybe I'm getting them mixed up.
Kenyatta Jackson?
No, are you talking about not? Oh my goodness, man! His name's it's not Duffy. It's what is his name?
Look at the roster.
Did they all have eye black on?
Yeah, he had eye black on. He's playing where Sawyer used to play, I think.
The Curry?
Curry, that's it. Yeah, not Duffy.
Oh,
Curry.
The defensive end Curry? Yeah, he was good.
Yeah,
that's who I was talking about. He had eye black on. Like, maybe I'm misremembering who I'm talking about, but
I still think that shot was kind of cheap.
With the assist, he was helping that.
Say that again, Jared?
Thomas James, one of our guys, he was helping us out.
Number 92, is that who it is? Yeah. He had the big arm brace on. Who's their D tackle? Is it 98? He's a big dude too.
Isn't that Jackson?
Is it Jackson?
That sounds right.
Kenyatta Jackson's 97. He's really good too.
Is that who it is? Okay.
97.
That's what I was thinking of. You're talking about the really big dude.
He's like, I think Gus or Klatt was saying about him being a first round pick.
McDonald. That's his name. Yeah,
McDonald.
And I want to say this too, like BYU, for example, they didn't have enough crumble cookies this week, but they have a transfer guy. There's a guy transferring right now, but they play hard-nosed football, man. Like, I have a lot of respect for BYU. Like, again, like,
Texas Tech's scary though.
Huh?
Texas Tech's a scary team.
Yeah, they are. They are. This is going to be a good playoff, man. Like Colonel Angus said, Colonel Angus, what kind of a name is that? It was last year, man. Like, you guys got beat by Michigan and you freaking smoked the entire way, smoked every team after that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Ohio State they're just not as good as people think, in my opinion. That's my opinion.
The first team they played tonight was Indiana. That was the first team they played this year.
Yep.
Yeah. And
they never trailed a game in the second half all season, Ohio State. Not one time.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Like, here's the thing about it, too. Throughout this season, they started out at 1-2 with Texas. And then Ohio State beat Texas. So that put them in a perfect position to be number one. And there was several times throughout the season where they should have been bumped down and they weren't. So the pollsters absolutely helped them. So if they weren't in that position at the beginning, I don't know if they would be number one the whole season. But they lost tonight. And, it's insane, man. Like, it's again, like, I say this, I'm not trying to, like, beat up on them too bad. A lot of you Ohio State fans are absolutely atrocious, but I'm just so happy that they lost. I mean, it's such a great win for Indiana, bro. Indiana, Are you kidding me right now? 13-0. Signetti is whatever they paid. They're paying him what, $11.5 million a year.
Yeah,
give him a bonus right now because you guys are gonna be.
You better buy him a truckload of it.
Yeah, like
you guys have a top 2 coach in college football right now. Actually,
Yeah, and you
No,
went
it's like in
from
2 years.
you went from being an absolute joke of a program to 13-0. I mean, that's an insane turnaround. Now, here's the thing: what they got to do is they got to hit recruiting, man. They have to hit it hard.
Yeah.
I don't know how easy it is to sell Indiana to recruits, but they've gotten a few. But they're gonna have to hit that, man, because as good as they are, as good as Signetti is, like they could get anybody, and that's crazy to think about. So the Big Ten, like Colonel Angus said, he said this is good for the Big Ten that Indiana won.
Yeah.
Now, another good thing about it is it makes it very interesting going into tomorrow. We're going to do a show tomorrow during the playoff reveal. So it makes it very interesting because, number one just lost. Indiana will be one. Where does Ohio State go? Where does BYU go? Miami, Notre Dame, Georgia, Alabama. Like, what happens there? So I think it's going to be Indiana, Georgia, and then Ohio State. They're out of the top 4, right?
Yeah.
And Alabama might not get in.
Conference champions, yeah. And Alabama should not get in. I already told some of you guys this earlier.
Right.
They got destroyed today. They look terrible. They shouldn't get in.
And I've also heard that I've heard from a couple good sources that they think Miami's going to get in over Notre Dame. So that would be amazing too.
That would.
You know, we just went through pretty much, you know, a living hell for like the past 2-3 months. How long is a month? Month and a half, almost 2 months at Penn State. And now we get our coach, Indiana beats Ohio State, and maybe Notre Dame doesn't get in. So that would be let's top it off.
Life can be just the seesaw, man. You know, we were up like this and now we're on the other way. I mean, that's how life is, man.
Yeah, we didn't deserve to continue the pain. Like the pain didn't deserve to keep coming to it. We had to turn it around.
All I can do is tip those Mendoza brothers have the football powers. By the way, that opening hit, that was dirty. Should have been a flag. Of course it wasn't.
Dang.
But they, you know, as soon as I came
out. That is
out,
a tough SOB right there.
Yeah, I came out into the living room of where I'm at, and the person there told me that the Indiana QB got knocked out, hit his shoulder, and I watched replay, and he came back. I'm like, thank God. I was like, this is the most Ohio State thing ever. For them to
I was thinking that
do that, not get a flag, and then the QB be out. Like that was
I was saying Mendoza went out and Mendoza came in.
And the fact that the commentators, frickin' Joel and our boy Gus Johnson, thought it was a clean hit, everything was good. Dude knew the ball was out of his hand. Like there's no reason to hit him at all.
It was so late.
It was
Gus.
late.
It was.
Gus, should they have thrown a flag, Gus?
No, it was perfectly okay.
He's still upset.
That's my boy curry chicken.
Maserati Marv. Nick the Quick. Tulane is automatically in. If Duke wins, they can beat Alabama. Out for JMU. Probably Texas out. Duke wins.
Maybe did not jump.
Yeah, Texas and Vandy are out, and so should Bama. Yep.
Bama won't be out. They would burn down the entire sport.
LOL, it wasn't dirty. The QB jumped into him. All right, let's take a vote. Let's take a vote. If you think it was a dirty hit, raise your hand.
I think it was a little bit.
4-1. All the Georgia fans are going to be mad because they're going to see Alabama still going to make the playoffs.
Yep.
Probably. We're going 90 and a 45 right now, 11 left.
They're
they're
still going to make.
You have to have either Alabama or Ohio State in the conversation every year. They can if both of them are out, no one's going to watch college football. Apparently, like that's just
what they want to use to leave.
I mean,
and I want to say this too, man. Like if Notre Dame gets in over a head-to-head loser, over a head-to-head loss with a head-to-head loss, like that's insane.
That's ridiculous. I will say
they played nobody, bro. They played no one.
Yeah, as much as I like Alabama losing and I want them to suffer, the truth is the very reason they didn't make it last year is the reason they have to be in this year. Because SMU got in, even though they lost the ACC last year, because the conference said they will not punish these guys. The CFP said they're not going to punish them for playing in the game. So if they took Alabama out, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. But I think the SEC commissioner might actually like have a heart attack and send assassins.
So hold on a second. Thomas said Notre Dame and Miami are going to be in, so they're both going to get in. Is that what you're saying?
No,
Is that possible?
I don't think so.
No.
It
There's
is
not
if you
teams.
drop. It is if you drop JMU or Tulane.
So next year it's 14 teams, right? So it's going to be different next year. Next year, I think it starts 14. It's still
Is it
12
next year?
this year.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure 2026, right? So
Yeah, I have to look at that. Because the only way ND and Miami get in is if neither Tulane or JMU get in.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to pull
Now,
it up
because
here.
Virginia lost, Duke, nobody from the ACC is getting in at this rate, unless
see, 14 actually makes more sense than 12 because this whole debacle wouldn't be as hard for the committee to make a mistake. You know what I mean?
right.
That's 2 more teams that they can just slide in and nobody raises hell and burns the 14.
Right.
So 14 will be good next year.
I guess, yeah. It's one of those things where it never ends, right? Because when we're like, next year you'll have 12 other teams who are right on the fringe, and it's just always going to be like that. That's why I kind of said like.
Well, it's funny how they say the SEC is so deep, but then the same teams that usually go were there this year, so that's funny. Georgia,
yeah.
and Alabama.
Texas A&M is going to make it. That'll be a new one.
Yep.
And Texas Tech was a big new one.
Yep.
Mississippi's going to make it without their head coach.
How good is Texas Tech, guys? I think they're good, but like, how good are they? I don't know if they're that good.
I'm telling you, watch their tape, man. They got some guys, dude.
They're good.
Yeah, that catch that dude made, like, it looked like a touchdown, but they didn't call it a touchdown.
Like, I think they can beat like Oregon and
they would beat
Bama
like that if they played right now.
Yeah.
We just haven't seen them against a powerhouse yet. We just haven't. So that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's fair.
So what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this bracket right now? So this is updated. This is the latest one.
Yep.
So Texas Tech won, Ohio State lost, Georgia won, Indiana won, Oregon didn't play, Bama lost, Oklahoma didn't play, Ole Miss, Notre Dame, A&M. So I think it's going to be Indiana 1, Georgia 2.
Okay.
Texas Tech 3. What do you think about that? Texas Tech 3.
I would agree with that. I agree.
All right. A&M 4.
No.
Who's going to be 4?
I think they're just going to put Ohio State 4.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
he lost number 2. That would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then Oregon 5, right?
Probably the Ducks. Yep.
Right.
5.
All right, 6 will be still Ole Miss.
Yeah, I doubt they'll change it. Either that or A&M. They'll just switch.
I was thinking Texas A&M might jump to 6.
Yeah.
I mean, are they going to punish Ole Miss for their head coach leaving, or
probably not? I think they're trying to avoid it. But.
Okay, well that's good. They should do that. 7, A&M, I guess. And this is where it gets a little hairy. Alabama's out. Oklahoma's in. So I think that's why Thomas is saying that Notre Dame and Miami could both get in. But I don't know. What do you think?
I think Alabama's 11. I think they're still in.
All right. So
11
Bama's 11.
Yeah.
Bama's 11. Who's 10? Notre Dame?
Yeah, they should stay at 10.
Notre Dame or Miami. It should be Miami, but it might be
Notre Dame. Notre Dame, Miami, for example, they're both gonna. Yeah, Miami should be it. Please, man, that's gonna be messed up if they let them in. But because as soon as they play Georgia, Ohio State, Texas Tech, whoever, like they're not gonna win. Miami actually has a shot. They've proven that they can beat Notre Dame. Therefore, they should get in over Notre Dame.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, but most likely, it seems like the CFP committee doesn't care.
It's politics, man. I guess it's politics, right? Is that what it is? It's politics?
It's probably some of that. Yeah.
It's pretty atrocious. I mean,
it is.
They don't care about head-to-heads.
And that's crazy.
They don't care about them. Miami beat Notre Dame. Like, they don't care about head-to-heads.
And Miami beat South Florida. right? Is that the team that was good this year? Notre Dame didn't play South Florida, did they?
Duke just won, guys. Holy cow! What are they gonna do?
So okay? So it's go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Oregon better hope Alabama's not 12. Kalen DeBoer kind of has a history with Oregon.
So does Pat Kraft.
God!
Posts about the audio. They were trying to like make it like a TMZ type thing. I'm like, the fact that they're trying to make this a story is hilarious. Like, and Oregon fans were like, keep talking crap. It's like, shut up. Every coach, every AD, every fan talks like that. Shut up. If you're that sensitive, like, stop watching football. But so let's go through here. 1 Indiana, 2 Georgia, 3 Texas Tech, 4 Ohio State, 5 Oregon, 6 Ole Miss, 7 A&M, 8 Oklahoma, 9 who?
This is where it gets tough.
Notre Dame probably, right? Notre Dame will be 9.
Either ND or Miami, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
So Miami and Notre Dame could get in, right?
They could both, yeah.
Okay, then who's 11? Who's 11? Alabama?
Either Alabama or Tulane is what it's looking like.
And who's 12?
Either James Madison
or Tulane.
Or Tulane or Alabama, and then possibly Miami or Notre Dame, whoever's left from that group.
Alabama can't be 11, can they? There has to be a conference champion, right? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, they might keep Alabama right where they are.
What are they going to do with Duke?
They might leave him at 9.
Yeah, that's another thing. Duke. You got to throw Duke in the mix now. Duke's getting in, right? Duke's going to get in.
They're like 8-5 now.
They're not required. Duke is not required to get in by the rules. Because the ACC champion was not guaranteed. It's just a rankings thing. So they can technically say, even if you're a conference champion, if you're not ranked high enough, they can pass on you.
So. I'll get to you guys' comments, but Cade Connors, welcome back, man. Do you guys think you should get in, Cade? Just curious. We're not going to roast you. Just asking.
Mm-hmm.
Try to be unbiased. Alabama is in. Okay. Dude, this is insane, man. The fact that Ohio State lost, I think that does throw a wrench in it, right?
Yep.
It messes stuff up. I think Virginia losing actually creates a bigger problem in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
BYU and Virginia both losing made some weirdness happen. So, because you figure BYU, I can't see them getting in now.
No, here's the first teams out right here. So it could be, this is the AP, but so it's gonna so again, it's gonna be number 9 will be Notre Dame. Number 10 will be most likely Miami. Then 11 and 12. 11 will be. Wait, what did Cade say? Cade said Miami is in 100%. Alabama, Notre Dame fighting for 10 seed. Yeah, that's a good point.
Would the Sooners get pushed? I mean,
so in my opinion, man, I don't know. Like, in my opinion, does Notre Dame beat Alabama?
Maybe. Bama can't run the
football. So
yeah, I would say they can.
Yeah, Bama. They're bad. Like,
in my opinion, Notre Dame should get in over Alabama. So it could be. It could be. This is annoying because I want to write it down, but I can't.
Nicky would have scored more points against Georgia than Alabama did today. Like, that's how bad it was.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
I mean,
it was bad. Did you watch it?
But that's the thing. No. If Kotelnicki if Kotelnicki only had 2 beers instead of 8, then probably not.
Yeah, that's the problem. He didn't drink enough.
Yeah, he did. Let's hope, dude. I might be going to Pinstripe. I'm bringing Kotelnicki to our tailgate. I'm gonna get him nice and nice and loosened up, and then be like, "Get in there, bud."
See, Cade respects the head-to-head. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he absolutely should too. We're supposed to. I was told that once.
And again, I want to say this too. Like, we don't on this show, we don't lump all you fans into one big thing like Notre Dame, Ohio State, but a lot of you guys are just, you don't do yourselves favors. This is an absolute joke. 11-2 BYU left out. Well,
Yeah.
Notre Dame and Miami sit on their at. What?
No, he's right. It's the committee hates BYU. I don't know why they hate
do.
BYU. They just do.
Yeah.
There's something weird about that.
Well, I'll tell you,
it would have been different if they wouldn't have got completely destroyed today. Like, they got murdered. So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, they got murked. Don't get me wrong, but I
And
will
I'll-
say, if you look at their schedule, it's better than Notre Dame's and it's better than Miami's.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like,
Sorry, Aaron. Go. Yeah.
Them getting murked by Texas Tech, to me, says more about how good Texas Tech is than it
Yeah.
does about how bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because-
get that. Yeah.
Dude, DB Cooper's right. ESPN is corrupt. They're an absolute trash.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
system is corrupt. But
It's a complete joke.
I'll say this, DB Cougar, like Penn State's the same way. Like, they don't like us either. And that's another reason why I wanted Franklin gone, because he never gave us an opportunity to earn respect, truly, because we never beat big teams. So, we get it too. We understand. So, okay, guys, again, so 9 is Notre Dame, 11 is Miami, right? Can we all agree on that?
If they stick to the hard and fast rule of conference champions,
Yeah.
then it wouldn't be.
So we might agree on it, but the committee's going to be
Right. It's like, is the
Well,
committee going to stick to their hard fast
laughing
rule?
stock. Yeah.
We know more than them, so we'll set the bracket right now.
Yeah. We'll send this to their email. Be like, this is it.
Yeah.
We got it set up for you guys. You don't have to meet today. You're good.
Number 9, Notre Dame. Okay, so 9 Notre Dame, 11 Miami, and then who's 11 and 12? I'll bring the teams up. So who is 11 and 12?
Look at them trying to shove Texas in there.
I know, that's cute. That's very cute.
Yeah,
Vanderbilt is behind Texas. Are you kidding?
That's
I
ridiculous.
was gonna say this too. That win tonight for Indiana made Oregon look better because they lost to Indiana, and Ohio State losing hurt Texas. So
yeah. Hey,
so
you're welcome, Cougar. What you were saying was real. So
what's that?
You just said thanks for hearing me out.
Yeah, absolutely. You stick out because your name's the Cougar part's in there. But you guys all say who's 11 and 12, because I honestly don't know. We haven't decided yet who's 11 and 12.
Thomas says Tulane and JMU.
Yeah, I agree with Thomas.
That if they stick to the conference champion rule,
but what about Duke?
It should be Tulane and then JMU. That's who it should be. I just don't know if they'll stick to it.
See, there's just not enough slots. That's what I'm saying. It's a problem.
But Duke, though, like, did they lose to Clemson, Duke?
Probably.
I think they might have.
What's their record? I mean, where are they?
So,
are they on the top 25?
Basically, the ACC has, like, will get no respect, rightfully so, by the committee, right?
Yes.
But I agree with Thomas. It should absolutely be. I think it should be JMU 11, Tulane 12, but JMU is smaller. So,
thank you, Jeffrey.
Alabama and BYU should not be kicked out for losing the conference.
Duke beat Clemson
by 1 point. Yep, 46 to 45.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, so Alabama and BYU should not be kicked out for losing Yeah, but dude, BYU, man, like, you can't. That's the thing, like. They have to let, like, Tulane in. That's like a rule, and you have to have to let JMU in. The fact that BYU lost and they lost convincingly does not help them at all. So
it doesn't. I think the main issue, and I agree with him that you're not supposed to get punished for losing your conference championship. That was their hard and fast rule. But the issue you're facing here. Thanks, DB. But the issue they're facing here is just that you have Oklahoma at 8, you have Alabama at 9. If you can't punish Alabama, again, same as you can't punish BYU, you gave Alabama the nod ahead of them because you put them at 9, so you can't move them. Then you're stuck with those two conference champions in 11 and 12. Well, you're only left over if you're not taking anybody from the ACC, which makes sense. Then you're stuck with JMU and Tulane. You have to give it to those guys. So yeah, there's no spots left.
Alex is saying that they're the highest ranked conference champions, which I would think would get Duke in, right?
Yes, that's supposedly how it works. So
Okay, so Tulane. Thomas said about JMU's strength of schedule, but what's Tulane's? Like Tulane, like
Probably
Tulane's would be
who
pretty
has
far
Tulane
back, too,
played?
but it's probably better than theirs.
I mean, yeah, probably, but it's just interesting that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is so. I don't think it's gonna be. I do not think it's gonna be Tulane and JMU. I just don't think that's gonna happen. Like they're gonna squeeze in. Can they squeeze in like? Can they squeeze in Alabama at 11 and 12? Can they do that?
My understanding is it's hard and fat. It's not a set rule necessarily that they have to do the conference champion. Right. It's just a precedent that they've set that they will try to stick to, which, like most of the CFP rules, they're designed so that if they need to, they can just break them.
See, the thing is, Josh Pay was right a year or so ago. He says the Power Four, like the smaller schools, they need to have their own playoff, dude, because like it's just they're not winning. I'm sorry,
yeah.
It's just not.
By the way,
it's not.
Tulane's FPI on their SOS was 70 this year.
Yeah, they're not winning. None of those guys.
I won't lie though. Like I think having your own playoff, that's a horrible idea. That's just my opinion. But
but what's the point of going? You're going to lose every time. Like maybe you might win one game.
It kind of reminds me of the college basketball one, right?
Yeah,
basketball's easier to upset.
But you have the opportunity to play, and again, like Indiana, look what they've done. You could go in and you can upset. The whole point of making the playoff bigger was so that smaller schools had an opportunity to upset a bigger school. It happens in basketball, so at least they have the opportunity. Like that someday a 12 is going to beat like whoever, or you know what I mean? I think someday it's going to happen, especially if like there's an injury or something. Like it's going to happen. Like a smaller school is going to, but yeah, you're right. They're not going to win the whole thing, but I mean, their own playoff.
I mean, and here's the thing, like Jeffrey, what you're saying, yeah, they're going to get smoked in the first round. That probably does happen. But we aren't here to prune games based on what we think will happen if we put them on the field. That's a dumb road to go down, man.
That's true.
Like that's when you get Ohio State getting beat by Clemson 31-0 because somebody thought they should be in because it'll be a better game. Well, they didn't know that for a fact, and it ended up being a stinker.
Right. Penn State, that would have never happened. They were so hot that year. They would have never.
No, they wouldn't have gotten smoked like that. At least,
absolutely.
I know Clemson was really good that year.
But Kelly Bryant, like they went. Kelly Bryant, didn't they play in the national title that year? And he just got absolutely killed. You remember that? Was that the year that Kelly Bryant like just got absolutely demolished by Alabama? Was it?
It was. That might have been the year. I forget.
Yeah.
Because Kelly Bryant, he ended up not being very good.
I think Deshaun Watson showed up the next year.
So right, junior. So that means Tulane and JMU. Yeah, so Tulane beat Duke. So Duke's out. Thank you for pointing that out, JR. I didn't know that. Ole Miss and Oregon playing Tulane and JMU. Now here's the thing, guys. I do think going off of it's almost like the Florida State model here. They lost their starting quarterback. They were undefeated, and they didn't get in the top 4. I think Ole Miss should be punished for losing their head coach. I think that should happen. They're not as good, man. They don't have their head coach anymore.
I mean, it might matter. I don't. My thing though is, again, I don't like pruning football. I was mad at the committee for taking Florida State out. I thought, well, you created a situation where nobody at Florida State had any reason to play. And then you tried to act like it was a matter of fact that they got killed by Georgia. See, they would have been wrong. Well, you don't know that because you didn't give them a fighting chance. You basically squashed their dreams and then acted like, oh, how dare they give up? Like come on, dude. Like,
like everyone sat out.
Yeah.
JMU has a 99.9% chance to go to the playoffs, so they're in for sure.
So
I got the hat, young LA.
Three losses. Who are their 3 losses to?
Bama?
Yes. Who are the 3 losses?
No,
Florida State.
Florida State. Yeah. And then Oklahoma, and then this game, Georgia.
Okay.
They beat Georgia though, which is crazy. I got a young LA, Jimmy. How'd you know Ole Miss is not a good? Where do you put Ole Miss out of the playoff? I mean,
he didn't say that. He just said that without their coach, are they the same team?
yeah. So here's the thing: in order to prevent this stupid BS from happening again, Lane Kiffin bailing on his team like a coward. That's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but
no, I agree.
Punish the team, keep them out of the playoff, and say your head coach left. You guys aren't as good, so we're not putting you in, because that's going to prevent it. Dude, I don't know. That's just such a.
That's what happened with Florida State. Your QB's
Exactly.
hurt. You're not getting in.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it should almost be the same thing, because if we're being honest here, guys, do you want Ole Miss in the playoff now? They lost their head coach. Do you want them in the playoff now?
I mean, the team deserves to be in the playoff.
Yeah, if the team won it, put them in. And the thing is, you never know what's happening behind the scenes. Like them losing Lane Kiffin, they might get a boost of energy, like an onus, right? Where you kind of like what happened with some of these other teams where they lost their head coach. Penn State eventually got a boost from it, right? So,
but here's the thing, Brett. You just said they deserve to get in, right?
The team deserves to get in.
The committee does not care about that. That's the thing. They didn't let us in 2016. They didn't let Florida State in. They don't give a crap about that. So that's the part where I'm like, to me.
Yeah, but there's no talk nationally that Ole Miss is not getting in, right? They're getting in. Like, I don't see.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. I'm making a point that they should be punished for that, and that's going to set a ripple effect across college football. If your head coach is, what he is and leaves, then you're going to get punished, and we're not going to let you in, because they're not going to be as good now. I mean, they're good, but they're not as good as they will be with Lane Kiffin as their head coach. He totally bailed on him. He's gone. He's gone.
And then, well, there's also always that thing I say, like with teams, you never know what the team's actually going to do when something like that happens. Like, again, it could be a huge boost to them. They could have like a ton of grit all of a sudden. So because they feel like people are looking down on them. It's funny what it does to a team mentally. And that's why I say, like, I agree with you that if the committee set that precedent, then they have to stick with it, like be consistent, right? But I wish they'd never set that precedent in the first place, because I don't believe in pruning football games. I think if they earned it, let them play and see what happens.
Well, I was the opposite with Florida State. I thought because their starter went down that they shouldn't get in. That's what I thought. And then they went and got smoked by Georgia. Everyone sat out. So, it sets a bad precedent. But again, it's not even the most deserving anymore. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it is. Who's going to win?
Whatever the committee needs it to be.
Right.
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, the committee just wants people in there who are going to score points, win games, make good
television
games.
Viewers.
Exactly. So Notre Dame, they're hot. They're absolutely going to get in. Now BYU, if they had been competitive today, I don't think they still get in, but that looks way better than losing convincingly. Like Tech's hot, Ohio State's, they're still hot. Georgia, Indiana, Oregon, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Texas A&M, Miami, all of those would be pretty good games, I think. And then JMU, Tulane could put up a fight. JMU could put up a fight. And then last year you had Arizona State. Boise and Arizona State should not have been in the top 4, which is why they changed it. But Arizona State made a run, and Boise had no shot. But
and the thing is, I think Tulane gets a little underrated. I think they can put up a decent fight, even to a pretty big school with a lot of firepower. I think they can put up a solid fight.
You think they're going to put OSU at 4?
3 or 4. I just don't see. I don't see. Are you going to move them?
Loss,
real talk. Are you going to move them for Oregon?
I mean,
you can't.
Probably no.
No, you can't.
Right.
So no.
Maybe A&M, but you'd have to move A&M up.
Can you do that though? You can move Oregon in, right?
They could if they really wanted to.
But if Oregon plays Ohio State, I don't know.
I don't think the Ducks win that game, if I'm honest. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't move Oregon in.
Jimmy said, "What if Campbell takes an NFL job next year? Would you be mad if they punish PSU for losing their coach?" I mean, that's a crazy hypothetical because
but
he's not going to the NFL next year. But
yeah, but it's a fair question. Like, yeah, I would be pretty upset about it. You know,
yeah,
that's kind of why I
said,
don't. That's why I said, like, let them play, see what happens, right?
No, but I mean, Penn State lost their coach, and the players deserve to go to a bowl game. So I mean, it's the same idea.
Wait, who you say Campbell? Matt Campbell go to the NFL?
Yeah,
it was a hypothetical question. Yeah,
so not likely.
He's already past those jobs.
I think they've hired this guy. First of all, he's turned down that before, but I think they've hired this guy with the understanding you're staying here for a while. Penn State doesn't hire and fire coaches. Man, so
you're not that's kidding. And I have so many thoughts on that whole process, but anyway.
On what?
I have so much to say about
you did.
Well,
we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Do you guys want to say anything else about this? I'm writing down so it's Oklahoma 8. Who's 9? Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, I probably ND gets 9.
Miami 10, and then it's Tulane, JMU. So this is the bracket tomorrow.
So Duke actually helped Miami. Technically, right? Yeah.
So this is the bracket tomorrow. You guys can not tune in and listen to them talk about the top 4 for 3 hours, and then we find out who's going to the Deuce Mayo Bowl. Indiana, Georgia, Tech, OSU, Oregon, Ole Miss, A&M, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Miami, Tulane, JMU. So JMU is going to play Oregon. Tulane is going to play Ole Miss. Miami and Notre Dame rematch. No, I'm sorry. Oklahoma and Notre Dame play. Miami plays A&M. Right? Am I right? Did I say that right?
I think Miami gets bumped for Alabama, personally.
Well, that would make sense, because Miami first. Well, dude, oh my God,
it's not fair. So, Notre Dame should get bumped, not Miami.
Yeah, so it should be Miami and Bama. Bama. Here's the thing. I would not count Bama out. I think they're still a good team, and I think if they play Notre Dame or Miami, they win. But Miami has the head-to-head, so they should get in. Dude, I swear, if Notre Dame gets in tomorrow, like I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be.
They probably will because the committee already favors them over Miami for some reason.
It's crazy. Like and it's not like Miami has been doing bad. Like they're in a conference, so the conference is harder than playing Altoona High School and the School of the Blind every week. So
West Campbell Directional University.
Yeah, playing Full Sail University. They don't even have
Navy, Army. Yeah,
dude. The one guy in here, he said, "Mark, look at my previous comment about Franklin. Would love to hear your thoughts."
Oh,
yeah.
Would you feel like you should be punished? Hold on. Franklin got fired? Has PSU been better with Terry Smith? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Yes. Same rules apply to Ole Miss. What if they're better?
Yeah, that's a good, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Probably won't be better.
Well, they're getting in, so this is just a hypothetical. Now, I'm just saying, because what I'm saying is not possible. So, like, they're getting in, but that's just my opinion. Like, Penn State's also been better with Grunkmeyer, so Florida State maybe should have gotten in too. So, that's the thing. Like, I said the opposite on both points, but that doesn't, my opinions are both hypotheticals. Well, not because Florida State didn't get in. I didn't think they should have got in, but yeah, that's the thing. It's a never-ending conversation.
Yeah, because you're always analyzing. At the end of the day, they got to get on the field and actually prove everything.
But I'll never forget it, man. Like, we didn't get in over Ohio State. We beat them head to head.
Yep.
And we didn't get in. And then, like, the next year, Ohio State didn't get into the top 4 or something. And Kirk Herbstreit got up out of his chair and walked away. He was pissed. Dude, that guy. Oh my God,
Kirby.
I can't stand him, man. Brett's tired.
I haven't slept good.
We need a yawn counter, guys.
Yeah.
Brett, the one night you like hit your vape and you were like coughing, I guess, and people were like, "Brett, we're glad you didn't die." I missed it. I don't know what happened.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they kept like 3 or 4 people said Brett, we're glad you didn't die. I guess you were caught. I don't know what happened. I missed it totally.
Happens.
Notre Dame and Alabama won't get bumped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably right.
So it should be Miami 9.
Alabama 10.
Bama 10. All right. So should I email this to the committee?
Yeah.
Yes.
And tell them.
Indiana will play Oklahoma or Miami. Georgia will play Bama or A&M. Because if you want like a better game, Bama A&M, that'd be a great game.
Yeah.
That's a rematch.
Tech will play Oregon or JMU.
Right? They played it.
OSU will play. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, what am I saying here? And then OSU will play.
No, they didn't.
No, Texas Tech will play. Sorry, I'm all mixed up here. Oklahoma or Miami, and then OSU will play Oregon or JMU. So that's the thing. They could make this really interesting, where Ohio State plays Oregon. That'd be cool. That'd be a good matchup. Bama could play A&M. Indiana could play Bama or Oklahoma. I mean, we could have some good games.
Yeah.
That's gonna be exciting. But make sure when you send the letter to the committee that you say P.S. Gus Johnson sucks. Like, just say that at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, just write head to head, over and over and over again.
Maserati
Right next to
Mob.
Miami.
I'm just gonna send this picture of him wearing an Indiana hat.
Yeah.
Indiana. So JR has Indiana, Texas Tech. Yeah, I agree. Texas Tech could be 2 as well.
They could be. Yeah, they could
In
be.
fact, I think they deserve to be number 2, honestly, because they have 1 loss.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Gus might actually be wearing the Indiana hat right now because he probably bet against them and lost the bet, and he's got to rock.
Yeah, by the way, you could tell tonight that Gus was pissed when they weren't doing good because he's like,
Oh,
I'm losing my bet. I would like to know how much. I would like to know how much money Gus lost tonight. He definitely had that I'm losing money voice going through the game.
I hope he didn't bet the over under too, because it'd been 46 points. They didn't get. They got halfway to that.
Yep. Gus only has energy when Ohio State's doing good. It's so
Gus said Maserati Marv and the world famous Ohio State Buckeyes are gonna beat Indiana 50-2, and so he took the over in the money line, and it didn't work. So, but JR has IU, Tech, Georgia, Ohio loser, Oregon, A&M, Ole Miss, OU, Miami, Notre Dame, Tulane, JMU. All right, so Tulane will play Oregon. JMU will play Oregon. Tulane will play A&M. Notre Dame will play Ole Miss, Miami, and OU, and then on it goes. So it'll be Oregon, IU, A&M, Tech, Georgia, Notre Dame, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
It's hard for me to do it without seeing it in the slots.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard for me to do it.
Indiana, Georgia, Tech, Ohio State, Oregon, Ole Miss, A&M, Notre Dame, Miami, Alabama, Tulane, JMU. So Thomas thinks
Thomas. That's what he's saying. He thinks JMU's the first one out.
Yeah, because how can you let Notre Dame and Miami in both? I don't know.
The only way it happens is if one of those conference champions get bumped.
Yep.
That's the only way.
Yeah, Brett wears sunglasses because he has bad eyes. And,
I told him.
It's a good look, so who cares? Hate to see 5-second teams in the playoffs. Texas Tech, 22 players. What'd you say? 5
SEC teams in the playoff.
Well, hey, tonight 1 and 2 played, and it was Big Ten, so that was a good look.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're our top is better than their top. But.
Here's the thing too, man. Like the fact that Indiana beat, and this isn't a I'm right, you're wrong thing with Ohio State fans, but a lot of you guys are you troll so much. I said, well, my dad came on here and said Ohio State is nervous playing Penn State, and what he meant was, and it just got crapped on, obviously, but what he meant was it's Penn State. We have nothing to lose. It's always a game. It's always a knockout, drag out fight with Penn State and Ohio State. And I said after the game, I said it wasn't a dominating win, which that's my opinion. You guys can disagree. I thought if you guys think that that's a dominating win, okay, go ahead, Ohio State, go ahead, take it, because it's going to catch up to you, and it did. They lost to Indiana, and I said Ryan Day was nervous in the first half, and they said no, he wasn't. Okay, tonight he looked nervous all night.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they just looked off.
Alabama did not look like a playoff team. But Georgia's really good, though, man. Like Georgia
looks like they could win it all. Like they
Georgia, I think could win it all. Gunnar Stockton is a great quarterback.
He's very good.
They're getting better.
He's much better than I thought he was going to be honest.
Yeah, and he has his 401k maxed out already. He looks like he's 45, working on Wall Street.
He looks like the little brother of Brock Bowers is what he looks like.
Welcome in. Welcome to our American party tonight.
Shit is pathetic. Oh, he's an OSU. Yeah.
Bama and BYU out.
He's hurting.
Bro, Bama, I think should get in over Miami or Notre Dame. In my opinion, I think they should get in because Bama. I still think Bama is good, man. I think Bama is good.
Well,
Ryan Day.
Yeah.
Ryan Day is soft, man. He quit calling plays. Now, this is another thing you Ohio State fans do. You lose one game, you're undefeated all year.
Yeah. I know.
Lose one game.
I'd be irritated too with the way that went because they did go in there and looked kind of lost in that game. I don't know why, but they did.
Yeah, it's not something you see from Ohio State all the time.
No, and
that was the hardest team Julian Sands ever had to play. So they confused them.
If James Franklin coached Indiana, they'd have 8 losses.
Yeah, they would have 8 losses, and the four losses would have happened all tonight, against one team somehow. So
Indiana has an.
They would have lost the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Like Indiana has an 8% blue chip, man. Like that team is literally coached into being as good as they are. James Franklin is not capable of anything remotely close to that.
James Franklin and coaching and preparing for a good team is it's impossible. It's not possible. It is not a possible task. Oregon versus JMU, Texas A&M versus Tulane. But I've said this before and I'll say it again. Like, dude, I wanted us to win big this year for more than anyone for James Franklin, because I think the guy he worked hard, man, and he wanted it to get done here, and it didn't happen. I wanted it for him so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kurt's he's an amazing coach. I haven't seen a
Ryan
coach
Day keeps getting out coached in some of the. Yeah, you're right, Dante. We want our coach back, or else.
Yeah.
He tried to play conservative, and I got Georgia winning the Natty this year. SMU lost by 3 to Clemson. Bama just got mollywopped. So, when you guys dominated us, quote unquote, I think it caught up. A little bit tonight. Gunnar is actually the 21 years old, going on 40. That Indiana DC is tough toe.
Yeah, he's tough though. Yeah. He's very.
I hope we play them again. I like Mendoza though. Yeah. See, here's the thing: if you guys play again, like you lost to Oregon, I don't know if you beat Indiana again because I think they're so well coached. But I don't know. Notre Dame's going to smoke them in the playoffs. Bro, Notre Dame's getting freaking murked by whoever they play in the first round, unless they play JMU or Bama with Jam Miller equals I with Jam. They are a flag football team. Looking forward to seeing Campbell coming to Penn State football. I think he will turn things around for us. Oh, I thought you had a Notre Dame logo there. That's why I thought you were Notre
The
Dame.
green.
Right, I saw. I was like, oh boy.
Gunner looks like he sells Chevy sedans.
Stockton Chevrolet. All right.
Chevy, if
Bro,
you want to sponsor the show, please give us a call at 1-800 Lesko.
Bro, he looks like he sells insurance. He's got like 4 kids.
Yeah.
And this Indiana team reminds me of the last Michigan State team that beat OSU in the title game. Do you think Mendoza wins Heisman? What was his stats tonight? Were they good?
I don't think they were like insane, but this is the thing, man. He does this in the fourth quarter. He did it against us, against Ohio State.
He makes key plays.
He makes huge throws when he's told to make them. Like they were running the ball.
So Julian Sayin should definitely not win the Heisman, but he was 15 for 23, 222, a TD and an interception.
Yeah,
and then he had to tie Sayin by throwing an interception. Like that sucked. But I don't know. So
play call,
they said tonight that if neither QB has an outstanding game, then Pavia could win the Heisman. So,
which is crazy. That just shows how pathetic this year was.
It was a strange year.
Yeah, like again, like 2017, we go into the awards weekend. Not a single Penn State guy's in it. Started preseason number 2. Not a single guy is up for an award. I mean, Katron should be for sure, but
right.
I want to see who they leave out, Miami or Notre Dame. Mendoza is winning it. I mean, if you want to play true, if you want to rank true, Notre Dame should not get in. But Miami, pretty much, they shouldn't either because I don't think they're going to do that well in the playoff. And between the two, Notre Dame shouldn't get in, but Notre Dame's hot right now. They're playing nobody, but
right.
I do think that Notre Dame's going to get absolutely murked by whoever they play. But Miami would probably have a better shot, right?
It's a good question. Miami is better on the line than Notre Dame is. So their line of scrimmage is better than Notre Dame's. They're just physically better.
Their line is insane.
Yeah, but Notre Dame has some skill players like Jeremiah Love and stuff that are better than any single player on Miami's squad.
So Notre Dame has been good since they lost, but they haven't played anybody since they lost.
They've
so
played absolutely.
What are we going to see? That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, that's
maybe
true.
they are.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Notre Dame has a better coach than Miami. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kraft said we will have 30 million NIL. Texas Tech had 28. Can we get 22 players out of the portal? Yeah, we can, and we probably will, but we don't need to now, really. So
we might want to get 20. I mean, we might actually do that. So we'll have to see.
Sayin is going to New York. Yeah, I think he's going to look at the Eiffel Tower.
He'll be there. He'll be there.
Or what's not the Eiffel Tower? The
if Pavia wins it, we'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah, we won't.
Pavia
His mom will be going crazy. His mom, dude, holy cow!
Bro, they keep like they keep. I don't know why they do it, but they always show his mom in the stand. She's like hammered out of her mind. She's like, like her shirt's almost off, and it's like, lady,
like
you
she
know,
rolled out of bed. She's got the long T-shirt on.
Yeah.
She just looks crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
And they and like Theo, what's his name? Theo Vaughn was like hitting her, saying, "I want to take my mom," and it's like she's like a, I don't know.
Yeah.
Gus
Yeah,
is right.
you can tell where Diego gets it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
like it's like, bro, NFL scouts are gonna ask him, like, listen, every time you're playing a game, your mom is hammered in the stands, and she doesn't even know where she's at. She's like, they're gonna be like, is that an issue? Like, is she a distraction?
No,
like your mom can't. Like, you're welcome to Detroit Lions. Your mom can't live in Detroit. She can't live
like.
here.
Listen,
oh my god!
Listen, if you're it's 3 minutes in the fourth quarter and you're playing for us and we're driving down the field, your mom can't be passed out drunk on the sideline. So, like, that's just not a good look.
Oh, I don't know, man. I think Diego would be like, "What are you talking about? It's fine.
Yeah,
just another day.
I'll put her on a leash. It's fine."
Like, yeah, she has an entire bathtub full of wine at home. Hey, Mark, any chance for your new merch store? Can you make an ugly Christmas sweater with old Campbell's soup cans? And Terry smoking a cigar with 409 pin? I mean, that wouldn't be ugly. I wouldn't put Terry on an ugly sweater.
Mm-hmm.
Textbook Indiana, dropping linebackers back into passing lanes. That's how Penn State linebackers played in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Yep. I tap that.
That's great. That's why I was dying, dude. I saw these.
All right, yeah. To each their own.
Call her up.
J-Rod, who keeps peeping through the hole in the back of your screen? It's freaking me out.
You know, dude, give her a Michelob Ultra. She'll let you.
I don't see anybody, so I'm
You
good
being
to go.
serious, Jimmy? His
I
house
know.
is haunted. That's dude, bro. That haunted stuff. That stuff freaks me out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look,
Who keeps peeping? What hole? Are you
don't
talking
know.
about?
There, out of sight, out
Well,
of
Jared.
mind.
Well, Jared, do you have a cat or something?
No.
You do
Well,
now.
If he's saying there's something peeping back there, then there's something peeping back there. Might got to get a gun and go search your house.
I mean, it's been pretty quiet this whole time, so I mean,
yeah, raccoon in there. What's going on?
nope. I'm pretty good.
Yo, you know something that that I originally wanted to do. This is so off topic, but I love paranormal stuff. Like I watch Nuke's Top Fives on YouTube. It's a great channel if you're into paranormal. But I want to like get a camera and go with one or two people and go to haunted places and tape it and then put it on YouTube. Like I love that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah, those old ghost hunt shows were pretty fun. I actually, when I was a kid, I used to go to the Gettysburg battlefield and just hang out at night, see if I'd ever see anything.
Paranormal State. Yeah. Paranormal State. That's a Penn State guy. He got haunted at Penn State and he started a show.
Yeah.
But I saw a ghost in East one time. You guys know East at Penn State? You know what I'm talking about? East Halls.
The old East one.
So East Halls is where the freshmen
East
stay.
Halls. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
We saw a ghost there one time. It was like, whew, that was crazy. But the Penn State's very haunted. I don't know if you guys know that. It's extremely haunted.
I wonder if the ghost was that Asian girl that went missing back in, what was it, 2000 something?
Yeah, Cindy.
Forget her name.
Yeah, Cindy Song. They never found her. Yeah. Ray Gricard never found him.
Yeah.
But hold on, guys. My headphones came out. Is my audio okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
All right. I'm gonna try to rehook these up. But hanging out in the Civil War Hollow Ground. Yeah, see, Gettysburg, that's like the most haunted place in the world.
What they say.
I
never saw
like the most realistic ghost sighting ever recorded was in Gettysburg.
Yeah. The ghost of Fraudlin. Morris.
What?
JR.
The ghost of Fraudlin, yeah. He would just be going around saying, obviously.
I get it, guys.
You make a good point. My least favorite. See, you do make a good point there. Yeah.
Just hear that echoing through a hallway at night.
So it could be an alarm clock to wake me up.
Someone should have tested him one time. They said, like, Franklin, why are you wearing pajamas? You know, you make a great point. That's a great point you make there.
We got a Hoosier fan. How about, Coach Sig's a beast, man. Top 2 in the country right now. He's insane.
Guys, am I still good? Is my audio okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, because my headphones died, so I'm charging them up. But good Lord, speaking of haunted, who's that?
There you go.
Holy crap. Dude, that's creepy. Is that who was peeking behind Jared? That lady right there?
That's crazy.
Indy defense is for real.
Right. Hold
Bro,
on.
who are you? Like, I hope that's not a real picture. But they won't beat Georgia. Dogs are on a mission. How about the unsolved murder in the Stacks? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Stacks are haunted. There's several other buildings haunted. East is haunted. How did you see a ghost? We saw a ghost, man. I swear. We were walking. So I don't know. I don't want to tell the story, but we saw a ghost. Should I tell the story?
Probably take a while, right? we still going to talk about what's his name?
Okay.
Aaron said he had some stuff.
Nothing.
Jimmy, what did you see? That's what I want to know. Are you like drinking right now or what?
Yeah, how many beers did you have tonight, man?
I'm good, bud. I'm good.
Aaron, you said you had some stuff about Matt Campbell, right?
He said, "Is that saying?" He said, "Is that Saint's girlfriend or after the IU law?" By the way, Julian Saint looks like Lord Farquaad. Like, cut your hair, dude. How do you guys feel about Matrix Campbell?
That's crazy.
Hello, Kim Kardashian. All right. Sorry. Go ahead, guys. What were you saying?
Nothing. We were just talking about the coaching search and stuff a little bit.
Yeah, so let's get into that. If you guys are good on the bracket, they're not going to listen to us anyway. So they'll probably have Ohio State #1 tomorrow. So
Yeah.
No, I just thought the coaching search is kind of interesting in hindsight. We were talking about this today, that when you look at it, there was a lot of things about it that, because Penn State kept it so close to the chest, I think a lot of the drama was manufactured on the internet much more than people think of, like were they actually having that much trouble in the background?
100%. Yeah.
Right. Now, I understand. I did learn something interesting. Supposedly early on in the search, they did actually try to reach Matt Campbell.
Yep.
And then somehow he never got it because they got to the wrong people.
Yep.
And it was only sometime later that somehow Matt found out and went back to them and said, no, I'm interested in the job. And that was when they sort of came back around, but they were already on Kalani Sitake at that point. And then the Sitake stuff happened. I will say, based on everything I heard, like Penn State was not shocked about the Kalani Sitake thing. They knew if BYU gets close, he's going to stay. They just didn't think they'd get close because they were paying him $3 million. You know, they were paying him a penance compared to a lot of these big coaches. So the thought was they're not going to be close because that would require them to triple his salary, right? And then give him a bunch of NIL money and stuff he doesn't have. In the end, they got the money via the NIL, via talking to outsiders, and that was how they managed to do it. So it was just kind of, it's what happened, right?
Yep.
But I don't think I don't think Penn State was shocked once they saw the deal BYU sent that, oh, he's going to back out. They probably knew he was going to back out if that happened.
Yeah. I heard that today about they reached out to
Aaron.
the wrong agent, his old agent. I heard about that today. Yep.
Yeah, they somehow got his old agent. Yeah.
That's why. And the one episode I was like, all right, like something's going wrong here. But I wasn't ever fully off the Kraft bandwagon. I thought, everybody you guys seriously need to calm down. Like, not people on here. People were like freaking out, man. I'm like, my God, he didn't say it was going to happen in 2 days. Like, holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
But it does make me feel better that they tried reaching out to Matt and it was just the wrong person.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
And here's another thing, too. All these people, like these media people saying, man, this took way too long. Bro, shut your mouth. You know nothing about his coach search. Like, shut up.
Thank you.
You know nothing about it.
This irritates me so much with coach searches is that people will go on in the media and people will say, oh, you better get your guy. You better get your guy. And then they get mad when you don't have him 5 minutes later.
Right.
And they were talking about signing day and it missing. I'm like, guys, we lost everybody already. It doesn't matter. Like, signing day pretty much meant nothing to us. Right. We're going to be okay. But one thing that kind of ticked me off, and like, I want to preface this by saying I like Thomas Frankar a lot. Like, good guy, very funny, good at what he does. But when the Kraft audio came out and he tweeted out, he said, it's very obvious that we can't win here because there's too many fingers in the cookie jar or something like that. I'm like, bro, like, can you just not? Like, I was not jumping on the clickbait bandwagon, man. Like, I don't know. When I heard that audio, I'm like, this is like nothing. This is like, what? This is nothing. And that the Menace 2 Sports kid, the one, Aaron, did you know that Zach Smith from Menace 2 Sports said not to watch my show? Did you know that?
I did not catch that.
Wow.
So that's his co-host that released that video. And it just didn't work. What did you think about the audio?
It sounded like an AD who was trying to explain that the coaching search is going to take a while because if we're going to get our guy, which I have to get our guy because my job depends on it, that we can't let ourselves be driven by emotion. Like, we just can't. We can't let emotions dictate things to us. We've got to make the right decision up here, and we got to be decisive. I think at some point in the coaching search, initially, I would bet you anything, Penn State had the same model that all these other schools did, which was what Florida did, what Auburn did. They had their guy or a couple of guys, right, that were their swing candidates. And then they had a G5 guy, right, or a couple of G5 guys. And the G5 guys was their fallback. If it didn't look like they were going to get their guy, they go to the G5 guy. So what ended up happening in Florida? Well, they ended up with a G5 guy. What ended up happening at Auburn? They got a G5 guy, right? So I often say, like, because people are like, well, wouldn't it be decisive to get a candidate quickly? No, decisive is making a decision to do something and sticking with it, no matter what, right?
Yeah, that's what he did.
Penn State's guy was probably Bob Chesney. That was probably true, right? That was our G5 guy. And then at some point in the search, I don't know when, they had a meeting and they said, hey, we are not going to settle. We are going to get a guy that we feel can be our coach for the long haul. And if that means we got to fight through the mud on a bunch of different people, then that's what we're going to do. But we are not settling.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean you get the better coach? You never know. Nobody knows that, right? Bob Chesney could be an absolute superstar. Who knows? But they wanted to get a guy that they felt absolutely sure was their long-term solution. So they made a decisive. They decisively chose to do that, and then they followed through no matter what happened. They said, recruiting class, whatever happens, we're gonna give this year away if we have to, but we are getting this done one way or the other. And the other thing I'll say is they also figured out who their model for that guy was, because what does Kalani Sitake have in common with Matt Campbell? They are both big time culture and big time character guys.
Yep.
That's the one thing they have in common. So you can see what Penn State was thinking from their model for their guy.
Yep.
And they figured if we get a Sitake or if we get a Matt Campbell in here, that's our guy. They're not going nowhere. So I think that's what they did. And it was probably messy, like most coaching searches are, somewhat messy at least.
Yeah.
But just because you get a guy in 5 minutes versus getting a guy in 5 months does not mean you got a better guy. Like that's it looks better in the public. But Penn State clearly at some point, I mean, they never once defended themselves. When did they come out to the media and try to defend themselves?
Nope.
That's a sign to me that they had a plan and they did not care what anybody outside felt. Plain and simple.
And they didn't want it to take this long either, obviously. They know it took longer than it should have, and they would have liked to get it done quicker. They know that, but they're not going to admit that. They're not going to be like, we're sorry.
Yeah,
they got the guy.
Brett, I don't know about that. I don't know if they wanted to get it quicker. We don't know that.
Yeah,
we don't know that.
They wanted to get it quicker than 54 days. So that's not a normal. It got mucked up, like you said. It got messy. They couldn't get a hold of Matt Campbell, Bob Chesney. They basically told him to move on. Like, it got messy. So
yeah, I mean, look, we'd all love our workout plan to start working immediately, right? But that's not how it works. You got to work through it, right? So maybe, it would have been great for them if that had happened fast, but it didn't, right? So, okay, no big deal, but you got to stick to it. And
they wanted to have a head coach for signing day. They weren't just like, we'll just wait.
They would have loved it. Yeah.
They would have loved to have that. That's what I'm saying. Like that. That's what got messy.
Right.
But I will say, if you were getting Matt Campbell, we kind of knowing Matt Campbell, he's probably not. He's not going to negotiate seriously with you while he's still playing ball.
And the signing day thing, man. Like I didn't care about that at all. We still got two guys. Like it was. As soon as Franklin lost to Oregon, our signing class was done. So that happened 2 months ago. So
Pat Kraft and them cared about it. Like they work there, so they obviously cared about it. Just couldn't make it happen in time. I understand you don't care about it, but they did.
How do you know? Do you know that they cared about it?
What do you mean? They work for Penn State, dude. The athletic director and the president. They would have wanted a coach there for signing day.
That doesn't. But I don't know. Like I don't mean. I mean, I'm sure they did, but we don't know.
I think they just made a decision as a group where they were just not gonna, even if it meant the signing day thing didn't work out, they were going to follow through on that.
Absolutely, yeah. But would they have liked one there? Absolutely.
Yeah, they probably would have liked to have had it done sooner, right? But I think Matt Campbell, you're probably not getting it done sooner just because of his the way he does negotiations. So
what was more important?
And in the end, it may very well have worked out the best way it possibly could have for us. Right?
Yeah. What was most important to them was getting a coach. And if that meant like passing signing day, then they were going to do it. And that's what they did. I mean, because now if they had called the right agent the first time, maybe that would have never happened because, again, like you said, they had a plan. And I know that I would say I would know Pat Kraft, like his goal was to get a coach. That's it. Whatever happened outside of that didn't matter. He was going to get a coach. So if that meant before signing day, after signing day, he was going to get his guy. and he did. So it was pretty much 3 candidates. And I also heard that DeBoer was never a serious candidate. I don't know if that's true or not.
That was internet nonsense. I believe DeBoer when he says that he never talked to Penn State and they never talked to him.
Yeah. And that would make sense. Like, I don't know why they would. I don't know. But I'm going to read this real quick, and then I'm going to let Jared talk because he hasn't talked for how long, Jared? But Jimmy, he said, J-Rod, you good, bro? Then he said, where'd you go? Oh, thank God you're back. Mark, where are you?
Check out, my haunted house. I mean, I was
Did
good.
the aliens get you too? Hell's going on. You guys are freaking me out. Oh, thank God you're back, Mark. Jimmy, you good, man? Holy, we're good. We're good. Terry, 4-year contract, awesome. Hope it's over $1 million a year. Yeah, he's going to paid. They just said he's going to be the highest paid non-assistant. So, facts on Campbell. Campbell, not a Sexton client. By the way, Kirby Smart today, he said he made it. Greg Greg said today that he went out of his way to say that Sexton's not his agent. Why did he say that? Did you see that today?
Well, because he knows what people have been saying.
Right. And I just put Bugs Bunny in a jail suit. Campbell, not a Sexton client. Go ahead, Jared. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I feel like between the Matt Campbell thing where it's I think he was always the option to go to if there was never a head coach signing. Because, again, the guy likes to be his own agent, his own representative. So, I mean, I feel like that if nothing ever came about, that was always going to be the go-to plan. I mean, again, ISU, yeah, I'm sure that's a great place that they've built. I mean, he did a great job at bringing the players in, making great games out of their schedules. And, yeah, so, I mean, he definitely knows what he's doing. So I very much applaud what Penn State was doing, I mean, for the most part, because, yeah, they knew that they had something going on. If there was always an option to go to that, if nothing was ever come about it. So, I mean, in the end, you're looking at a guy who rebuilt a program in how many years? I mean, he did a great job at giving us that idea that we could have that happen for us too. I mean, we're looking at, again, another 2-3 years maximum that it's going to take for them to probably swing things back to where it was. I mean, it's not going to be tomorrow. I mean, Aaron said, your workout program doesn't start, in a couple of minutes. I mean, it takes a little bit of a process for it to go the way you need to. So I think that Pat Kraft, again, we know that it wasn't handled probably the best it could have been, but again, this whole system with the agents and this representative, I mean, it's just a circus. The media looks for it all the time. So that's what you got to deal with. And in the end, we got our guy. He's going to be as good of an option, I think, as any of the guys that we were looking at. So, yeah, it's definitely something that we don't have to worry about anymore. We can now move forward with our guy in place. And just, again, it's all going to be about what comes out next year. We're going through the motions with Terry, getting this bowl game done, most likely the Pinstripe Bowl. And once, they play it, again, like I said, it's all going to be about if we make a big show of it. I mean, if we actually go out and put a big statement with Terry just as the interim, imagine what it's going to look like when Matt gets there. I mean, and then he starts to put his schemes in motion and gets his coaching staff in place. I mean, it's all about the timing of it all. So it's just got to play the waiting game a little while. And by next year, we'll know for sure if this is going to be the right decision. And as of right now, it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to say this real quick. Again, we don't really know exactly what went down. But like Aaron said, there was a plan. They didn't respond to anybody. There was a lot of heat going on. And here's an example of what the media said. They didn't sign him before they need to get their guy now. They just signed him before signing day. They're going to lose all their stuff. They're going to do, this is going to happen. That's going to happen. The media, for example, okay. The fans of Penn State have been calling for Franklin, especially recently. It's been a lot more, but people like me have been calling for it for a long time. And a lot of other fans were like, fire Franklin for years. And the media was fire Franklin. He doesn't get big wins, fire him. What's going on here? As soon as he gets fired, because of the fans in a good way. All of a sudden the media is like, oh, that's not fair. Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? I mean, I'll be honest with you, like Nick Saban, I'm not a fan of him anymore. That's for sure. Like they asked him yesterday, they were like, Nick, what do you think about Campbell getting hired? And he said, well, they're going to expect a national title there, and you can't do that because that creates unrealistic expectations. It's like, first of all, Nick, that's all they did at Bama. Okay. So you're wrong about that. Two, you're just sticking up for your boy Franklin. So we know that you're going to do that now. So we can't take you any seriously anymore, like Kirk Herbstreit. But I don't know. Like the media just they gassed this up so much. They did. I mean, but it's over. So we got our guy. Yeah. I guess we can end with what are your expectations for next year? That's a good question, Jimmy. Our expectation every year is win a national title. That's our expectation every year. And Chris said last night, Chris Gorky said, I think it was last night, he came on when he was in his car, and he said that this is not a slow build. Like they want to get this rolling immediately. Like this is going to be very fast. The plan is to win very fast. That's the plan. So, but as a fan, I know we have a real coach now, so I'm going to be patient. We're going to know early on if this guy's going to work. We knew pretty early on that Franklin just wasn't going to work. But I think it's going to work. I think it's really going to work for us. So
yeah, I agree. I think it's my expectation is I don't expect wins. I expect good football. That's what I want to see. And I don't care if you're outmatched and you lose 8 of your 12 games. If you play good football in every one of them, I'm not going to complain that much because I know the coach is still doing their job. They're just fighting uphill, right?
Yeah.
So
Amen.
To me, my expectations for like how good they're going to be athletically is going to be based on, what they do in the portal, right? Because obviously he's fighting a depleted class uphill. Now he's used to that. Matt Campbell is very experienced at taking guys and figuring out where they play their best ball and getting them into it. So he's probably the best guy you could have in our situation. I don't know that you could do a lot better than him. Maybe Kurt Sanyeti, I guess. But yeah. So to me, we'll watch and see what happens with the class. But I expect us to play good football. That's what I want to see. So.
As a PSU employee that gets – I heard at least a dozen violations. The Kraft audio did not bother me. Prayer only meeting. Yep. As a Kraft needs to poach a successful GM. Careful with that word. Take away from Kraft. This isn't Franklin. Take away from the Kraft audio. Players want to party in a big city instead of state college. I think that aspect, like players did say that in the audio that it's the middle of nowhere. But if you're a player and you think it's the middle of nowhere, I don't want to go there. It's like, bro, you don't want to win ball games. What do you want? Do you want to win ball games, play for Penn State, or do you want to go party? Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, it's not a fashion show.
Huh?
It's not a fashion show party. Life is a party.
It's and money's involved. I mean, that's something Landon said himself. He said it's money now, so it doesn't matter. People don't really care. Player who recorded Kraft is Franklin Plant. Possibly. Mm-hmm. I heard it's Aller. Joey Rogers is a good coach. Iowa State is going to keep winning. We could care less. What Kraft really needs now is a GM.
Listen, Terry Smith might be the GM. We'll see.
Texas Tech, 22 players from portal and a record 28 million oil NIL.
Yeah,
we got more.
It's 30 million now.
Grant Haley gave Chase Franklin a few. Yes, he did.
Amen.
So did Marcus Allen. 9-3 next year would be nice. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do, but I think we're gonna have a good season. Like we're gonna have like 8-4. I think it's gonna be 8-4. But here's the schedule. We got Marshall. Probably won't be 10-0 at halftime, like FIU. So I think we'll be good there. At Temple, Buffalo, at Little Brother, at the camera place, at Northwestern, Minnesota, Purdue, Rutgers, USC, at home.
Hmm.
Wisconsin, dude, this schedule.
It's an easy schedule. Yeah.
Really easy schedule.
I mean, are we beating Michigan?
Probably not, but maybe.
Maybe.
At Michigan, I don't know.
It depends. Yeah. And again, I think it depends on the portal, right? Like what we do with the portal and
who we can retain is the biggest thing too. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Like here's a couple things. I think we retain what we want. I think whoever they don't want from Franklin's era, they're going to say take a hike. But I think they're going to retain who they want. Campbell's bringing guys. They're going to hit the portal, and then they're going to get working on 27 class. And I also think this is Brett's realm. They're going to flip some guys. That's something Brett and I talked about today. They're probably going to flip some guys like Kevin Brown going to play. Talk about the middle of nowhere, bro. West Virginia. Khalil Taylor, I've heard, is the only guy who's like probably not coming back, but there are other people. I'll be honest with you, Keemon Spell, he's been a diva, so I don't really want him, but he's a great talent, so we'll see. Yeah. But I just hope we retain our good talent, running backs, defensive line, receivers. We have good running backs right now.
Mm-hmm.
And here's another question. 5 days from what day is it? Friday, right? Is that when we hired him or
yes.
I don't know, but
probably Monday once the board approves it.
Yeah, so by Friday, next Friday, we could be losing guys, but I think most of our roster does play. You know, that's in the bowl game at least. That's my opinion, but
hopefully
if Sharon Moore is there, we will
then we'll win. Yeah. Because he's not a good coach.
You heard Franklin's bringing Brent Pry back at DC. Talk about awkward. That's like us hiring Terry Smith and him making Franklin our DC. Are you serious? Is that real?
I didn't hear that.
I did not.
I mean, I knew he would do that because I knew he would do that, man. I knew he would.
I feel like they would have posted about that, right?
Bro, that's got to be one of the dumbest moves I've ever seen. You hire a guy who just got fired from the school as a head coach as your DC.
Yeah.
My God, that is so bad. That is so bad. He's targeting Brent Pye. Of course he is.
He's targeting.
He's done targeting Penn State people, so now he's targeting a guy who just got fired. That makes sense. Aaron, did you hear that? Franklin's making Pry his DC.
Or he's trying to. I don't
they are best buds. So,
Jared, do you have anything else to say?
No, I'm good to go, bud.
All right. You guys good? Anything else?
No, just a very good weekend for Penn State.
Yep.
We got our guy. We got Terry staying. And by the way, that timing said something to me. That Terry signed right after Matt Campbell got hired tells me that Terry approved of that hire. He liked that one.
Yep.
I think he did.
Be safe, P-Rod. Don't get killed by a ghost. That's so weird, man, that he's hiring him. All right, guys. If you guys can, just stay on real quick. But all right, guys, have a good night. We will see you tomorrow during the college football playoff reveal. I don't know who's going to be on. Probably me and Jared at least. Brett, are you coming on?
Possibly. It depends what's going on.
All right. I'm going to put up a poll real quick. Should Brett come on tomorrow?
Yeah.
It'll be 100% yes. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.
See you guys.
We'll see how it goes.
Have a good night, fellas.